Jeopardy left. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. 19th century medicine. In the bookstore. Leonard Maltin's favorite films. Suffixes. How about them tigers? And electric company. Player one, where do we start? We love this suffix that means lover of, as in audio or Anglo.
Right.
It's player one. Yeah! Correct. Player one. Silly rabbit. This suffix isn't for kids. It was used for female equivalents, like for women aviators. It's player one. Player one, this suffix, as with ACR or SYM, is from the Greek for name. It's player one. Yeah, that's correct. Player one, the suffix OSE, is used to form the names of these, as in glucose and sucrose. Player one. That's correct. You again, player one. A three-letter suffix that forms the present participle of a verb, or before direct, an online banking group. Yes, player one. Yes! Player one, back to you. The world's first public electricity supply was provided in 1881 to a city in this country. It's player one. Any other takers? It's player three. Okay, let's get back into this. Player three, you make the next selection as we... Using direct current, this U.S. metropolis's first electric supplier was the Pearl Street Power Station in 1882. Let's hear it, player one.
Go with what is. I never heard Pearl Street in Chicago. New York City.
Yeah. Player one. Still around today, this power company was one of the first 12 companies included in the Dow Jones Industrial Average in 1896. Let's hear it, player one.
What is GE?
Good. Player one, here's some current info. Duke Energy, headquartered in this state, brings electric power to 4 million people. Here's the correct response. North Carolina. Select again. In 1882, this U.S. inventor opened a steam-powered electricity generating station. Let's hear it, player one. Oh. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player two. Yep. Player two, make a selection, please, as we continue. This tiger is the great spokescat for Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It's player one. Yeah. Player one. Here's Jimmy. He'll show you.
The South China tiger has these features spaced farther apart than other species do. On each individual tiger, they're unique, like fingerprints.
Let's hear it, player one. Right you are. Player one. Tiger is the second rank in this organization for young boys. Let's hear it, player one. Player one, tigers are the largest cats, and the tiger named for this Russian region is the largest tiger. It's player one. Correct. You again, player. The largest population of wild tigers is found in this Asian country on about 30 wildlife reserves. Let's hear it, player two. That's not it. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, player one. Sorry. That's wrong.
India, I
Anyone
guess.
else? Player three. Right you are. All right, let's get back into this. Player three has... Yes, player one. That's correct. Player one, make a selection, please, as we continue. Fever, 1793, depicts a teen's struggle during the 1793 epidemic of this colorful fever in Philadelphia. Yes, player one. Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Yellow fever. Select again. Ahab's wife tells a whale of a tale about a character mentioned briefly in this classic novel. Let's hear it, player one. Good for you. You get to pick again. Hope Was Here is a book about a teen waitress at the Welcome Stairways Diner in this dairy state. It's player one. Correct. You again, player one. Take a bite out of the Vampire Armand, the sixth book in her Vampire Chronicles. Yes, player three? Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player one? You are correct. Player one. A secret code called New Shoe is pivotal to the plot of Snowflower and the Secret Fan, set in this country. Yes, player three? Good. All right, let's get back into this. Player three has control. In 1885, the first successful vaccine for this was tested on a boy who had been bitten by a dog. Yes, player one? Good. Player one. The invention of the ophthalmoscope in 1851 by Hermann von Helmholtz aided inspection of this body part. It's player one. Good. Please pick again. In 1865, Joseph Lister began using carbolic acid as this, from the Latin for against putrefaction. It's player one. Anyone else want to answer?
I think antiseptic.
Here's what we were looking for. An antiseptic. Player one. Back in 1852, George Cammon gave musicians a new version of this instrument, whose name is from the Greek for chest. Let's hear it, player one. Player one. This German's discovery of X-rays in 1895 had visible effects in diagnosing medical problems. Yes, player one. Player one, back to you. And this Scorsese film is about a boxer whose leading opponent outside the ring was always himself. Yes, player one. You again, player one. Kelly will present this film.
Shots of Jupiter and its moons figure prominently in this director's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which Maltin called a unique masterpiece.
Here's the correct response. Stanley Kubrick. Player one. Yes! It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. What are you going to wait? Here is your clue. David Lean's 1946 British film of this Dickens tale is a real hit, and the opening graveyard sequence is a gem. You have maintained the lead. And the last clue, $1,000. Debbie Reynolds was a teenager when she tapped up a storm in this 1952 film, perhaps the best movie musical ever made. Yes, player three. That's correct. Selection is player two. Sure, that's correct. Start the double Jeopardy categories with this one. Amelia Earhart. Panhandle. Movies by characters. Hello, Nelly. Opera names. And In the Neck. Player two, where did we start? 2011. Gary, Mary, Kermit. The correct response is The Muppets.
Oh, of course.
1964, President Merkin Muffley, General Buck Turgidson. We're talking about Dr. Strangelove. Player two, back to you for our next selection. 1974, Art, Lily von Stupp, Governor William J. Penamain.
These are tough.
Here's the response we were looking for. Blazing Saddles. Select again. 1995. Longshanks. Princess Isabel. Robert the Bruce. Braveheart. Please pick again, player two. 1984. Dr. Peter Venkman, Dr. Egon Spengler.
We got this category out of the way.
The correct response is Ghostbusters. You again, player two. I think I'll just have a nosh, a bagel, cream cheese, and the Nova Scotia type of this. Yes, player one. That's it. Player one. In 1508, Dutch author Desiderius Erasmus first used her name drinks instead of the traditional vase or jar. Yes, player one. Yay! Player one, a cure-all. Okay, player one. Sorry, that's wrong.
Damn it.
Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Panacea. Player one. These wide trousers extending from the waist to the ankles were popular in late 17th century England. Okay, player one. Yeah! Correct. Player one. A long, slender cigar. Player one. Right. Please pick it. It's a sentence using all letters of the alphabet, such as watch Jeopardy, Alex Trebek's fun TV quiz game. Yes, player one. You get to pick again, player one. Curly made his woo-woos and yuck-yucks in this hollow chamber, also called the voice box. Player one. That's it. We return to you. In emergencies, this neck operation may be performed with a penknife and the empty shell of a pin. Let's hear it, player one. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we were looking for. A tracheotomy. Player one, you pick. These arteries carry blood to the head. A blockage in one may lead to an ischemic stroke. Let's hear it, player one. No. Sorry.
Should just
Any other takers?
show that one.
Here's the correct response. The carotid arteries. Again, player one. This gland makes its hormones by combining iodine with the amino acid tyrosine. The correct response is the thyroid gland. Please pick again. Answer. The first of the daily double. And you have the lead. Will it be? All right, here's your clue. About 10 inches long, it passes through the neck and goes past the heart, through the diaphragm, and into the stomach.
It's the esophagus. That was easy.
You have maintained your lead. There you go. We return to you, player one. Amelia's first plane was bright yellow and named for this songbird. It's player one. That's right, way to go. Please pick. In June of 1928, Amelia became the first woman to fly across this body of water, though she was only a passenger. Player one.
Confused. What is the Atlantic?
That's correct. You again, player. In 1935, Amelia flew solo in about 18 hours from Wheeler Field in this state to Oakland, California. We're talking about Hawaii. Player 1, on her last flight, Amelia Earhart took off from this large island. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yep. You get to pick. Amelia was promised her independence when she married a member of this prominent publishing family. Let's hear it, Player 3. Sorry, that's... Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I'll try. It's a 50-50.
Player 1? That is correct. Please pick again, Player 1. I'll have one of these city omelets stuffed with ham, onions, and green peppers. It's Player 1. You get to pick it. Someone pass me this noodle pudding filled with raisins and nuts. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is...
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is kugel. Player 1. It's a good night for one of these Jewish turnovers with a meat or potato filling. Okay, Player 1. Please pick it. Something smells fishy. Must be this chopped fish patty mixed with crumbs and eggs and served cold in a jellied broth. The correct response is gefilte fish. Player 1, back to you. The title figure of this Puccini opera is Cho-Cho-san. Yes, Player 3? Right. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 3, you make the next selection. This title temptress of an 1875 opera works in a cigarette factory. Here's the correct response. Carmen. You again, Player 3. Amnira's daughter of Pharaoh has an Ethiopian slave girl. Her. Here's the correct response. Aida. Please pick again, Player 3. Gilda, the daughter of this hunchback, falls in love with the licentious Duke of Mantua, with dire consequences. Yes, Player 3. Any other takers? It's Player 1. And the last clue, $2,000. Yes! The second daily double. You are in the lead right now. Decide on your wager, Player 1.
Fuck, I'll be the only one going to final.
Okay, here is the clue. Tannhäuser and Lohengrin are knights. This title character of another Wagner opera is a pure fool. However, you keep your lead. Here's the correct response. Parsifal. Sorry, players. Only Player 1 will be moving on to Final Jeopardy.
I'm against the house.
And here's the category. Sports business. Jeopardy clue today is, in 1993, this man said, what Phil and Nike have done is turn me into a dream.
Oh, this is easy. This is Michael Jordan.
What did you say? And this correct response will add much to your score. Congratulations, player one. You're the winner.